Welcome back, race fans, to our continued live coverage of the 69th Annual National Family Island Regatta here in Elizabeth Harbor in Georgetown, Exuma. I'm Captain Plug Patterson alongside Rev Philip McPhee. We're going to call the second of the C-Class races today. Rev, we just finished a C-Class race that was canceled from yesterday. That was the Sands Beer Cup race. Now we got the, looks like most of the fleet lined up for the final C-Class race of this regatta. Final of 4, first one being a non-points race, the other 3 being a points race. So we've got the boats all here lined up and ready to go. The race that just concluded was won by H2O out of Exuma with It Ain't Right out of Abaco, hot on their heels. Those are the top 2 from that first race of the day. Now we're going to conclude the C-Class here with the Bobby Symonette Cup race.
Wow. And I just want to plug, Cap, that race was won by Jim out of Black Point, who's 84 years old.
What an accomplishment, man. I hope I'm still skippering when I'm 84.
Oh, man. And he is a gentleman extraordinaire.
That's good to know. Yeah, the H2O has shown some pretty good speed in this regatta.
Yes.
They're definitely up there in the mix as far as the point tally goes. We wish them luck in this finale of the C-Class race.
I must congratulate you, too. You got second.
We got second. It appears the wind velocity may have decreased a little bit since yesterday, Rev. And don't know if any of the boats have had a chance to change their sail. I don't know if any of them are brave enough to put on a large yet.
Don't take a fool of that.
I'm glad I'm not having to make that decision. But looks like the fleet's fairly well behind the line, and I think we should be pretty close to the start. This will be another shortened course like the earlier race, probably about a lap and a half, and then a quick dash to the finish over here by Regatta Dock. And I see the 1-minute gun has just fired. So in a minute there, the crews will be hauling, hoisting, and going.
One of the things even though we are in Georgetown, which is the Family Island Regatta, I must commend Exuma, not only for hosting us, but for the number of individuals, young men who have gotten excited about sailing and boat building.
Yep.
And the majority of the C-Class out there are Exuma boats.
There sure has a very strong Exuma contingent. Crew standing at the ready with their anchor rope in their hands, waiting for that start gun. Should be any moment now. Adrenaline pumping. Butterflies flapping in the stomachs.
The excitement is in there.
I am telling you, I'm not on board either one of those boats, and my stomach's churning.
So you have retired now from sailing, right?
Well, pretty much, Rev. I had both knees replaced, and they don't let me back on the boat.
No. You better stay right here.
I think that's the best thing.
You and I.
Well, there's younger, more agile people, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, our job now is to coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pass on the knowledge to the
They
younger
are
ones.
off.
And here we go. They missed the starting gun. Sails coming up. Across the line. Crews hauling furiously. All right, boys, let's hoist and go. Smash up the seas. Pretty clean so far. Not seeing any tangle ups. A couple of sails slow going up. Right at the far end of the line, we got a boat going off.
Somebody got a good start on the end of the boat.
That's absolutely. No starting positions predetermined in the C-Class. First come, first served on the line. Drop your anchor in the position you want. Beautiful, beautiful sight with all those C-Class sails up. Looks like a pretty clean start. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful shot from the drone there, showing the fleet heading upwind. No clear leader yet. I do see number 72 right in the middle, right of your screen.
72.
Shifted back to the camera on the dock. Beautiful shot.
That number is familiar. Who's that? 72.
Oh, that's the lonesome. I'm sorry, the It Ain't Right out of Abaco.
Oh, I figured that.
I didn't say that because I don't want anybody to think I'm biased towards the Abaco team.
Oh, man.
It is my team, but I try to broadcast unbiased.
We know where the heart lies.
Yes, sir.
Very good start.
Beautiful start, nice and clean. You like to see that. You hate to see boats tangle up and lose ground, or worse, sink. Got a few boats coming over to the right side of the course, the majority heading over to the left. Seemed to be the favorite side in the previous race, over to the left. However, the breeze has seemed to have dropped a little bit, and perhaps the direction has changed. Maybe these guys think they'll have a better advantage coming over to the right side. Give us a shout out if you're watching the broadcast. Go to the comment section. Give us a shout out. Number 21 there, Raging Bull out of Exuma. Number 03, Lady Eunice, Exuma. Heading off on port tack to the left side of the course. 3 to 5 crew on these boats, depending on the wind velocity and the skipper's desires, but generally no more than 5. Weight and balance is critical. Number 17, that's old Bull Reg with Buzzy on the tiller.
Still good amount of wind.
Number 5, right there on the right of your screen, Barbarian. Number 20, Irene Goodnight, Captain Wallace on the tiller. Number 45, New Eyes, in the mix again. 20, Irene Goodnight. Bull Reg on the right side of your screen. Shifting to the drone. 6 boats, neck and neck, heading up to the windward marker. 1.5 lap race. Start, windward, leeward, windward, finish. This race will be over fairly quickly, folks. Don't leave your seat now. Hope your cold Coke is still there.
Don't blink your eye.
Don't blink an eye. Look at how close these boats are here.
Very close. And it takes a longer distance to really separate yourself, but we don't have it. We don't have the time.
This is going to be a sprint, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
That's the only way we'll stay on schedule and get in the afternoon's racing in the B and the A class. A lot of folks coming out to see how the A class race goes off.
Yeah, a little damper, but oh boy.
Well, we had the defending national champion in the A class is out with a broken mast and unconfirmed, but possibly some other A boats pulled out of the regatta, all unconfirmed. A1, that's my buddy Colin Cartwright. Sorry, that's 41. 41? I don't have a 41.
It gotta be. And I don't think you have an A1 in the C.
I should have said C1.
Yeah, C1. Yeah. You have a A1 in the A.
Legend.
Legend.
Little crossing there, but all clear. 72, it ain't right. Right on the heels of, oh, and here we have, oh, no! A serious collision between number 21 and 71. We got crew in the water. 71, Queen. 21, Raging Bull.
Wow.
Collision.
Queen and the Raging Bull, that's 2 Exuma boats.
I think Queen was on port tack. They would be penalized for that. My gosh, we got a crewman in the water. Where's the regatta boat?
I don't see any of the boats going.
And they're just sailing away from him. Okay. All right, now the looks like the Queen has dropped their sail. Perhaps it was their crewman. Oh, my goodness.
Man. Port and starboard, man.
Port starboard. That's the first rule of sailing. Somebody wasn't paying attention. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
That's our friend from Exuma.
Showing Queen, Pat Smith.
Pat Smith.
Oh, my goodness. Sail is down on the Queen, I think that is. No caution flags, no timeouts in sailing, folks. The fleet's just going to carry on.
Yeah.
The race committee will take care of the boats that were in the incident.
Let's hope no damage to individuals. The boats are always repairable.
Absolutely.
Bodies are very difficult to repair.
Little crossing going on there. And we got 2 boats. This may be the 2 lead boats. 3 lead boats heading to the windward marker. I'm looking at the shout-outs. Somebody wondering where's number 10. Malia Sweeting, Crazy Partner. Kara Gibson, Go Crazy Partner, It Ain't Right. Dwayne Bain, Sassy Sue. I don't think she's in.
No.
Danny, oh my God, collision. Yeah, I think everybody's okay, but the race committee will take care of that. Meanwhile, back to the front of the fleet. I'm not seeing any sale numbers right at the moment. I think that maybe it ain't right. Center of your screen. Pretty sure H2O is probably going to be up there in the mix. That's number 23, Patent Pride.
Well, hopefully one day we'll be able to have a complete race in this harbor without blockage from mail boats and all other stuff, and be able to see a pretty clean race from start to finish.
Yeah, you hate to have any kind of obstruction that doesn't need to be in the way.
Yeah.
25, sorry. Eight and 25 on the screen. Slaughter, number 8. Not sure who 25 is. I don't have them on my list.
25. It looks like Slaughter might redeem herself. Is that the position that we might have to discuss at the end of this?
They were certainly in the mix on the first upwind in the first race there. Slaughter, number 8.
Very good bow. Very fast bow. Black Point.
So it looks like we got the top 5 here, top 6, 7. Number 8, Slaughter. I think we got 17 also in the picture, Bull Reg. Another shout out for the crazy partner from Jamie Cash. Diane, let's go ESC. No, Danny, sorry. Go ESC. Keep them coming. Keep the comments coming, folks. We'll give you a shout out.
Where's the Abaco boat? I thought Abaco had a good start.
They did. That's we're seeing number 23, Patent Pride there,
Awesome.
Bottom of your screen.
Patent Pride need redemption, so hopefully she can maintain it. But she's sailing pretty good now.
Dwight Roll on the tiller of Patent Pride, number 23. I'm really glad the Rev that the race committee made the extra effort to get in the race that was canceled from yesterday. It's really great for the sponsor and for the fans.
Very good.
I think we'll be able to complete this regatta with all 16 races intact.
Yep.
Heading up towards the windward marker. And then back downwind to complete the first lap. Windward marker just coming into the screen now. Top right corner. Spectator boats ready to get a couple of nice snapshots as the boats come around. And we got boats coming in from the right side of the screen. This is going to be interesting. 6 boats coming in from the right, 3 or 4 coming in from the left. Mark around is going to be fast and furious. See if we can get all the sale numbers correct. Logan, let's go Abaco. QZ0429, let's go Bull Reg. Tim Aubrey cheering for Abaco. Around the marker, number 72.
H2O?
No, that's it ain't right. Out of Abaco, number 72, clearing that windward marker. 23? 23 coming up next. That'll be Patent Pride, looking to gain second place, but we have a crossing situation coming up. Patent Pride, hoping that they can clear because they're on port tack, which is the burdened vessel. Looks like they'll do it. A nice clean tack. Number 8, Slaughter. coming into the mix. H2O coming in tight to the marker with Patent Pride on the outside. Slaughter tacking over, pinching to get around the marker. We got number 28, Fugitive, right in front of It Ain't Right. Coming in tight to the marker and look like you're going to cut inside of It Ain't Right.
Yeah.
See that sale number. It Ain't Right being overtaken on the outside by number 88.
Whoa, watch it. Coming close. Coming close. All right, they're clear.
3 boats coming in line abreast. Number 19, I think that is. Number 15, Miss Rowie, squeezing through. 72, It Ain't Right.
Oh.
I think they're behind H2O.
What position is H2O is now? I think that's the winning boat so far. She is.
Phil McKenzie, let's go Bull Rich. Now the drone is focusing on It Ain't Right.
You feel the wind look like it's coming up a little
The
higher?
wind has just come right back, Rev. When the TV monitor starts to rock, we know it's getting pretty windy.
Wow.
So if any of those sailors out there change sail in between races and put on a bigger sail,
They're in trouble.
they may have a problem. Meanwhile, it appears that It Ain't Right, number 72, out of Hopetown, Abaco, coming down to complete the second leg of this second C-Class race today. Going for all the marbles. National championship on the line.
How
Sassy Sue, defending national champion, not in the mix.
how close is the? Did we have an opportunity to look at the standings?
21 has retired from the race. That's Raging Bull. Oh gosh, hope everything's okay. I think we had a couple boats retire after the first race. I think Xena may have been one of them.
Well,
With a cracked mast.
It is obvious the wind has come back.
The wind has definitely come back. Blowing a few sprigs of hair I have on my head all over the place. So, a commanding lead. It Ain't Right. Considerable distance between second, third, and fourth. Just coming into view of our naked eyes here in the broadcast booth. But It Ain't Right. A tremendous lead. Heading down to the leeward marker.
Had a wonderful start.
They had a great start. Third, fourth,
Yeah.
and fifth on your screen. Sorry, I'm unable to see sail numbers. But it's a pretty tight grouping. Almost line abreast. They've got to keep clear of each other by at least 1 boat length between the end of the boom and the other boat. That'll be 17 feet.
That boom is really out there. That's not a good position for that boom.
No. Need to keep it down close to the surface of the water. That's better, the boat in the middle. But if you know sailing, there's no boom vangs on these boats to hold the boom down on the leeward run. It's up to the crew to keep the sail from collapsing. Tight grouping of boats there. Stocking Island in the background. Spectator boat in the foreground.
Wow.
It Ain't Right. Trying to make a statement. Way out in first place. Second, third, and fourth. Line abreast. Trying to improve their position.
Well, it shows us that the important things about racing right now is that start.
Yeah, Rev, the start is critical. I'm really happy to see the 200-foot maximum on the anchor, because there were some teams were getting ridiculous with the amount of anchor rope they were putting out. But it's it's kind of a fine line there. If you have 300 feet of anchor rope out, by the time your crew gets all that rope pulled in and the anchor up on deck, they're out of breath. And you still got to pull up the mainsail and get out on the pry and everything. C-Class fleet heading downwind to the leeward marker. They'll leave that to starboard and tack back up to the windward and then dash over to the freight dock for the finish.
This looks like an Andrews boat coming in. Is that?
That's Raging Bull. They just retired from the race.
Oh, okay. No, it's Raging Bull. It's an exuma.
That's an exuma boat. So the exuma C-class contingent down by 1. Nothing unofficial. I think Xena may be out with a cracked mast. First place well out in front of second, third, and fourth.
Yeah.
And the remainder of the fleet bunched up pretty close together, trimming the sails, keeping the weight down low. Great shot from the drone there. First place just going out on the left side of your screen. The remainder of the fleet coming downwind. So we allow 2 different types of sail material, Rev. We have the traditional
Canvas.
Egyptian cotton, commonly referred to as canvas. And then we have the newer material, the Oceanus, which does a pretty good job of recreating canvas, but it's more expensive, but it's more durable. It does not stretch. So if you had your druthers and you're getting a new sail made, which are you going to choose?
The one that you can afford.
Well, the Egyptian cotton is definitely more affordable. And I like the fact that it stretches a little bit, because put a new sail on, it's going to sort of stretch to fit your boat, whereas those Oceanus sails are tight. They don't stretch.
But very expensive.
Very expensive, but you know what? They don't rot.
Well, that's true.
Or mildew. Well, I guess it'll mildew if you leave it in a moist bag. But so the majority of the fleet out here in the C-class flying the traditional Egyptian cotton. Second, third, and fourth on the screen. Pretty good drag race going on here. That's Slaughter, bottom of your screen. H2O, middle of your screen. Top of your screen is Patent Pride. Great battle going on here.
So that's Slaughter?
Slaughter, H2O, and Patent Pride. Slaughter number 8. H2O, no sail number. Patent Pride,
all black,
23.
All Black Point boats.
Boy, I'm sure you got a good rivalry going on there. Meanwhile, it ain't right. Cruising down to the leeward marker. It's crew keeping the boat balanced. Optimum sail angle.
Well, Abaco has certainly opened a big gap.
That's pretty impressive. They were all pretty close at the windward marker there, but It Ain't Right was able to get clear and find some clean air and step out.
Yep.
Great shot from the drone.
Well, we all knew that the Ain't It Right was a fast boat. A couple of years ago, she had that with the Long Island boat. You remember that big race they had down there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, built in Long Island by Don Knowles, I think it was. It Ain't Right. Approaching the leeward marker, leaving it to starboard. Patent Pride, H2O, and Slaughter.
Goes around, eh?
Yes.
Wow.
It Ain't Right. Clear of the leeward marker. And now tacking back up to the second windward and then over to the finish.
She has put a big distance on them, man. I didn't believe she could have done that. That's a big distance.
I'll have to find out later on what transpired, but they're certainly out in the clear. Now it's a matter of not making any mistakes.
Any mistakes.
And covering second, third, and fourth place behind you.
Well, she ain't got to worry about that part right now, because she is way out there. Just hold, make sure sails hold up and handle the boat. That's it.
Second, third, and fourth coming in. Patent Pride, H2O, Slaughter, second, third, and fourth. Nice tight roundings.
Yeah.
Trying to get above the boat in front of you. Trying to avoid the dirty air coming off the sail from the boat in front of you. Lady Eunice. Fugitive and Lady Eunice. Followed by Shroud, number 88. Uncle Johnny is retired from the race. Don't know whether they had equipment failure or not. Coming into view, number 18, Crazy Partner out of Abaco. Bull Reg, number 17, out of Exuma. Coming in tight on the mark. Crazy Partner. Bull Reg. Ma Laura. The remainder of the fleet pretty close together. We're wondering how It Ain't Right has managed to pull out such a lead over the rest of the fleet that are bunched together. Skipper Jeff Gale doing some of that skipper stuff. The crew keeping the boat balanced. Sail size is looking pretty equal today from what I'm seeing here, Rev. Looking at the monitor, I think we definitely got some mediums in the mix.
Yep.
But I haven't seen any larges yet.
You have some big mediums, but
Yeah.
you don't have any large. I don't think you would want large again.
Yeah,
That today.
The way the wind was gusting there 5 minutes ago, I wouldn't want to have one on. It Ain't Right. Steaming in a sailing sense towards the second windward marker, holding a lead.
That's beautiful out there. Hey, look at the white sails and
I believe that may be one of the Oceanos.
yeah.
So this Sea Cup race, this final Sea Cup race of the day, and the regatta, sponsored by the Symonette family, the Bobby Symonette Cup race, underway.
Certainly want to thank that family for the continuous support to sloop sailing.
Oh, we just can't do it without our sponsors.
Yes.
Big cluster of boats clearing the leeward marker now, heading up on starboard tack. Let's see who's going to be the first to blink and go over on port. Here we have a boat right in the middle of the screen and stacking. Might be their advantage to go off to the right. Most of the boats heading out to the left. A couple of boats coming in close, keeping their distance to avoid a 3-point penalty for contact between boats. Number 20, Irene Goodnight, rounding the marker. James Wallace on the tiller.
Used to be a very powerful C-class boat years ago.
Irene Goodnight
Irene Goodnight.
sneaking up to windward of number 41, looks like. And I don't have a 41. Maybe that's a 4, Golden Girl.
Yeah, you have a Golden Girl.
Another boat attempting to tack. That's number 5, Barbarian 2. Not doing so well with the tack. Looks like they've gone into irons. We had a boat touch the marker. I didn't catch the Golden Girl touched the marker, a 1-point penalty.
Golden Girl.
That's a no-no. You want the lowest possible score at the end of this regatta. We got a boat, another boat in irons, right in the middle of your screen. You've got to lower your sail partially. You've got to drop the boom in the water to spin the bow of the boat around. You've got to get some forward momentum. Then you can put your sail back up. It's a very tricky, time-consuming process.
Especially in high wind.
If you're skippering 23, Patent Pride, 33. I need to clean my glasses. That's Legal Weapon on your screen. Another Exuma boat.
Yes, and she has been repaired and sailed better this year than she has done in previous years. But she's now almost like a brand new boat. And Bob has done a whole lot of work on her. Spent a whole lot of money on her to get her back here, but she's showing herself in a couple of the races very well.
Yes, they have, and that's good news, if you will. Looking at the shout-outs here. Go Miss Rowie and Ma Laura from Rebecca Perotti. Martin Cooper, great to see Abaco doing well. Beautiful shot from the drone.
That's a great sail you got on that boat, Cap. That's a great sail, and she's using that to her advantage. Abaco Pride.
I inclined to say that would be a medium-large or large-medium. Still got some room showing on the top of the mast, and I do see some boom sticking out to the back. So not brave enough to put on the large,
No.
which would not be a good decision.
No.
It ain't right. Hoping to score a single point for a victory today in this final C-Class race. And we'll add up the points. See who comes away as national champion 2025. If you're in Regatta Park, go down by the administration building. They've got some boards there where they list the national champions from years past, all the way back to the beginning in 1954.
Very distinguished men on that board.
Absolutely. The master, the Grand Master, Raleigh Gray. How many times is his name up there?
A lot.
He's an exuma guy out of Staniel Key, if I remember correctly.
We do have an Andrews man there, too.
Would that be your dad, Mr. McPhee?
Yes, it is.
Yes, I see that proud smile you got going there, Rev. I'd be doing the same thing, man. We never managed to win the national championship here in the Abaco Rage. We gave it our best shot, but
I thought y'all won one year.
well, not when Hopetown got the boat. We got the boat in 1998.
Oh.
So we never managed to pull it off. The Man of War boys did in
Yes.
84 and 85.
Yeah. I remember that distinctively. Abaco came and showed off like no man's business.
2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So it looks like the fleet has cleared the leeward marker there. First lap over. Second windward leg underway. A little bit of spread towards the front of the fleet. But mid-pack, it's still anybody's game. They're all pretty close. Going to have to tack a bit to get to the windward marker. Then it'll be a short race from there to the finish over by the dock. If you're in Regatta Park, get out there by the point. You can see the finish live.
Well, this one, barring any
25 with the sail down. I'm not sure who that is. I think it was a 25.
any incidents, I think the Abaco will certainly look like they will pull this one out.
Well, I see another boat in the picture. I'm thinking that's H2O, who has probably gained some on one of the tacks heading upwind.
Yeah, H2O has gained a little, but boy, H2O came out of nowhere.
Well, I think they were third or fourth around the leeward marker. And effort there has made up some ground. It's going to be a nail biter right to the finish because H2O has been exhibiting awesome speed this regatta.
If we're not mistaken, I think if the H2O maintain her position, she might be the boat to be the champion because she has sailed well in all of the races.
She has sailed well and definitely pulled off, I think it was a second place on the first day.
Yes.
It ain't right. Striving to hold on to first.
She has a second and a first.
H2O streaking behind him in second.
The old man will teach the young man the way.
Well, that's how we do it, right? Okay, we got Phil McKenzie. Let's go, Golden Girl. Linda watching from San Francisco.
Wow.
Loving the coverage. Cassandra Knowles. Hailing George and Rupert Knowles.
Oh, yes. The Knowles family out of Long Island.
Okay.
Yes.
It ain't right. Just sailing off your screen. Coming back in. H2O. Doing everything they can to get every ounce of power out of that mainsail.
And she's built like the old traditional boats, you know. She doesn't have all of that, you know, sway.
All that deadwood and stuff, eh?
And she's maintaining that sailing ability.
There's no doubt that below the waterline, the designs have changed a bit or evolved from the strictly original working boats.
Yeah.
It's kind of a natural progression, I guess, with racing. But when they're in the water, the craft, man overboard on slaughter, man overboard.
No.
They'll have to drop their sail if they're going to receive outside assistance. Yeah, when they're in the water, the boats definitely retain mostly the shape and look of the original working fleet, which is one of the intents of the original organizers of the National Family Island Regatta. Keep the traditions alive.
Yes. Well, we have, it has been proven, because the new concept over the last several years was to readjust the bow, the front of the boat. But now H2O has not been touched.
So you still got that original
Still
broad
original.
bow, eh?
Yeah.
Well, they're showing that it works.
Yep.
Joe from Tampa, hoping to be in Georgetown next year. Starlin Smith, let's go H2O, Exuma Strong. Keep the comments coming, folks. We'll shout them out. as you watch the Bobby Symonette Cup Race C-Class, the finale for the C-Class here in Georgetown, Exuma at the National Family Island Regatta. Great overhead work from the drone. Showing the top two boats. It Ain't Right. Heading up for the marker. Coming into your screen now. H2O. Hot on their heels.
Yeah, she made up some ground.
It would appear to me, Rev, that they're going to leave this marker to starboard and then sail over to the dock. It kind of looks like the line that It Ain't Right is on. They're going to leave the marker to the starboard.
I think she will maintain a lead. I don't think the H2O will catch her, but she certainly will come closer to her. But all you want to do is finish,
That's all.
cross the finish line, eh?
Coming pretty wide around the mark. Make sure they don't get a 1-point penalty for touching. It Ain't Right. Here's a cluster of boats back in the field, number 33. Not on my list. 72, It Ain't Right, holding on to first place. Clear of the windward marker. Steaming over to the finish, over here by the freight dock and the Regatta Park. Trying to keep the sail flat. Boom lifts up. Spilling air out of the sail. Giving H2O the opportunity to come in and maybe gain some distance.
Well, it proves, again in sailing, the style that we do it, that start is very important.
It really is. It really is. You need to pull hard. You need to put your sail up at precisely the right time. Too early on a breezy day like today, and your forward momentum just stalls out.
Yeah.
Too late, and the other boats are going to be having their sails up, and they're going to be sailing away from you. Starts are critical.
This wind is coming back.
I feel it, yep. Meanwhile, It Ain't Right. Sailing for every bit of worth they can muster out of their rig. Holding on to first place. H2O. Battling behind them. Hold on to second place. A short dash from the windward marker. Here we are. The finish line should be coming into view. I see the spectator boat there. Looks like it won't be a hindrance. Should be just a short distance now to the finish. We got third and fourth place coming around the marker. Meanwhile, the drone is showing you the lead boat, number 72. It Ain't Right, out of Hopetown, Abaco. Jeff Gale, skipper.
We must also give Jeff Gale a whole lot. He's been around for some time. He's a very consistent, very respectful sailor.
Yes.
Very dignified sailor.
Jeff is, yeah.
We want to give him some credit for the work that he's done and is doing in terms of the development of sloop sailing in Abaco.
Yeah, well, he and another one of our crew, Andrew Wilhoit, have been the driving force behind our entry into the C-Class. So we got the It Ain't Right in 2015, sailed her in 2016 onwards, and just a few months ago picked up the Crazy Partner and now have her in the fleet. And we hope to add E-Class in the very near future.
Oh, wonderful.
We have a couple of junior sailors that have a few more years to go before they time out of the junior category. We'd like to get them in the National Family Island Regatta, and then also in the Sir Durwood Knowles Regatta, which is exclusively the junior sailors.
Yes, yes. And it's good to maintain that name because Sir Durwood has been a tremendous behemoth.
Absolutely.
And
a true national icon.
National icon. Yeah.
Okay. Coming up to the finish line. Should be coming into view. Drone operator, you see the finish line? It Ain't Right at the bottom of your screen, I think. Yes, I see a dark hull. It Ain't Right, holding on to first. H2O in second, and I'm unable to read the sail number on third place boat. Finish line now in view. It Ain't Right, can see it. Jeff on the tiller can taste the victory.
Ah. Yes.
The crew are busily counting up the points in their head from the previous races, trying to figure out if they're going to be national champion or not. I have no idea because I have not been keeping track of the points. When the race is over, we'll add it up.
If she's not, she's going to be in the money, as we say.
I think they'll be on the podium, if not pretty close to it. It ain't right, coming in for the finish of the final C-Class race of the 69th Annual National Family Island Regatta. This one's sponsored by Bobby Symonette family, the Bobby Symonette Cup. There's the gun. It ain't right out of Hopetown, Abaco takes first place. H2O out of Exuma, excuse me, coming in second.
I wish it was Andrews.
I get excited, man. I got to try to keep my emotions in check.
I know. Oh, man.
We have a collision between Chaser and Slaughter.
Broken mast?
Broken mast.
Wow. And that's a brand new mast.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Hate to have equipment failure like that from a collision.
You're talking about a $4,000 to $5,000 right there. That's it. That's that.
H2O clearing the line. H2O in second, clearing the line. See if we can identify third place. That's his Patent Pride out of Exuma. Coming in hot, third place, Patent Pride. Dwight Rowe skippering. Third place, Patent Pride. Fourth, fifth, and sixth coming up in a knot.
Another boat built by Mark.
Boy, I tell you, he's got his hands on a lot of boats.
Yes.
He is a master boat builder. I've seen him work. I watched the videos as he was building Independence underneath the shed there at Nassau Yacht Club.
Yes.
Number 18, that's Crazy Partner coming in. Bull Reg, right behind him. 88, that's Shroud. One of the newest sea boats, but
yes.
I think they have been here a couple times before. Number 8 is disqualified for being in the wrong on that collision. Slaughter is disqualified.
Slaughter was disqualified?
I think they were on port tack.
Oh.
18, Crazy Partner, clear the finish line. Bull Reg, Buzzy Rowe, right behind him. Shroud, number 88. A great finish for Jason and his crew.
Shroud has one of the, we don't have his name, but he's considered one of the better skippers also.
Yes, on the tiller is Jason Robertson.
Jason, yes.
And he's got, for crew, he's got Fernando Marlar taking seventh place.
That's a boat build.
No injuries to report on Chaser from that collision with Slaughter. Thank goodness.
Malara is also a boat that Mark built.
Man, oh man. I wonder if he knows how many boats he ever built.
Oh, he built a whole lot of them.
4 more boats heading for the finish. Number 12. Chaser just came through the line. They're the ones with the broken mast from the collision with Slaughter. Sorry, they were not the one with the broken mast. Number 45, New Eyes, clear of the finish line. Number 03, clear of the finish line. Lady Eunice dropping their sail as they cross the finish line. Wow, man, what a race. Some tight competition. 33 was the vessel that suffered the broken mast. Legal weapon. What a race, man. We had some position changes.
Yep.
We had a great start, some position changing.
Right.
Kingham Knights taking 13th place. They've slipped down.
Yeah,
The windward marker, they were right
way
up there. Yes.
And that's a good boat. And again, that's a boat that was built by Mark.
Oh, man. When I see him next time, I ask him if he knows how many boats he ever built. He always likes to remind me when we do well in the Lonesome Dove. Plug, you know who built that boat, right? Yeah, Mark.
Well, there's a discussion on that.
And you know you did a good job.
No. That's a discussion. The original boat, Lonesome Dove, was not built by Mark.
Okay, there's another one, eh?
He came later and redone it, but the originality of it was not built.
Bull Ridge.
14.
Bull Rich, 14th place.
Oh, Bull Ridge.
Bull Rich.
Oh, okay.
On the shout-outs. Shout out to Carson Gray. He's doing an incredible job with the drone live stream from Ivania. Brooke. Yes, there was a crash in the back of the pack, but nobody hurt.
Okay.
We got Ryan Atherley thanking us for the commentary. Dean McIntosh and Duncombe family. Sheila says great weather for sailing. Yes, it is. As the remainder of the fleet continues to cross the finish line. Cobra in 16th place. Barbarian following right behind her. Number 5. Confusion immediately to the leeward of Barbarian. Close finish between those two boats. Number 57 coming in. I think that's Sweet Island Gal out of Long Island.
Another boat built by Mark.
Sweet Island Gal in 20th. Another boat there dipping their boom into the water, slowing down, losing speed. Irene Goodnight coming in. I think that's the one dipping the boom.
Another boat built by Mark.
Queen, just to the windward of her. I think Queen nipped Irene Goodnight, probably because she was dipping the boom in the water. Golden Girl coming into the finish.
Well,
Sail a little out of trim.
Seems like it's just about a few more, eh? Just a few more.
Just a few more boats, yeah. Golden Girl. About to finish.
Used to be a very powerful boat.
San Sally takes 25th place.
That's a good position.
Couple more boats to finish off. Whew. Let me get my breath back there.
You're doing it well.
What a great race.
Yeah.
Kudos to the race committee for getting in the canceled race from yesterday.
Yes.
Giving the sailors a chance to sail all races for the national championship. Giving the sponsors the exposure they deserve. And right in front of us here at the freight dock, we see the C-class boats coming in. They'll begin taking their rigs off, getting ready to load back on the barge for shipment back to Nassau or wherever. And some of the crews will be securing their boats and getting ready for the B race.
Yep.
Coming up, scheduled for 2 o'clock this afternoon, Rev.
Yep.
So we got time to get a cold sands light, maybe some fried fish and some crab and rice.
Yeah.
Sands being one of the sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not into alcohol beverages, be sure to have a cold Coca-Cola.
Yeah, they gave me a
Goombay Punch from Caribbean Bottling, the
Yes.
Coca-Cola people.
Yes.
They got a nice little display down here. Come spin the wheel and see if you'll win a prize.
Yes.
Many thanks to Caribbean Bottling and Coca-Cola.
We hope that more Bahamian companies will now become more involved in the development of sloop sailing in our country. It's a part of our curriculum in our schools now, so it's very important to encourage our kids to get more involved.
Okay, race committee is informing us that they're going to try to squeeze in the Ministers' Cup race. This will be a C-class hulls with a few of our politicians sailing. I'm not sure what the starting lineup is going to be looking like. I do know that our MP for Central Abaco, John Pinder, has sailed before. I recall the Deputy Prime Minister, Chester Cooper, sailed before. I'm not sure about Fred Mitchell or any of the others, but I'm sure the race committee will inform us as we progress.
I saw one of them came to me inquiring about sailing yesterday. He represents the area of East. In fact, I think he's my member of parliament. Out by Eastern Point.
Okay.
He was inquiring about it yesterday. So now this ain't no little light thing to go there with them. Some of them are touching the helm for the first time.
Well, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I think Minister of Works Clay Sweeting has sailed before.
Oh yes, he's familiar. And I tell you the truth, I don't know if the PM is back, but we hope that he doesn't get on one.
Well, he'd probably be ashore, better
Yeah.
off ashore, not getting bruised up.
Yo, yeah. Our deputy prime minister is very familiar with it. He sailed the last minister's race.
Yes, yes.
I believe he won it.
Is he an exumian, or is he just the MP for Exuma?
No, he's an exumian.
He's an exumian, okay.
Yes, yes.
So Chester's probably got it in the blood, too?
Yeah. I know the guy on the Abaco should be one.
John Pinder.
Yeah, John Pinder used to sail on the yeah.
He started off on a junior sailing program,
Yeah.
and he sailed with us numerous times
On Rough Red?
on the
Abaco
Lonesome Dove, and
Lonesome
the It Ain't Right.
Yeah. I don't recall any other MP who I've seen around boats. Oh, what do you name from North Andros? If he's here, he should be because he's a Mangrove Key guy.
Okay, yeah, I know
Yeah.
a nice sailing community in Mangrove Key. I think they
Yeah.
have at least one regatta there a year.
Yeah.
So we're winding up this final C-Class race here at Regatta Park. A lot of boats coming into the freight dock here to see about getting de-rigged and loaded back up on the barge.
Now we got to be careful about coming in because all these boats were properly prepared to come to Georgetown. I'm talking about preparation, paint, and all of that. Now, when you leave them there, they're going to get all scotched up.
That is definitely a possibility. Okay, folks. Rev, thanks for helping me out with the coverage.
It's my pleasure.
I'm not sure
always.
who's going to be doing B-Class right now, but thanks very much for helping out.
It's my pleasure. I enjoyed it. Look forward to one day doing it again.
Absolutely, yeah. And so for the viewers, set your clocks. I think we're going to be back on just shortly before 2 o'clock to bring you the final B-Class race.